Hi kids, ready for a challenge? Okay, the question is, can plants survive without water? Well, one way to find out is to do an investigation. Remember, I want you to do these investigations with me. Draw a picture of what you did, your investigation, write down your results, send them to your teacher in the virtual classroom or take them to your classroom and share them with your teacher and the rest of your classmates. What we're going to do is a simple investigation that hopefully will give you some evidence. It might not convince you. You may have to do some more on your own. But we're going to do a simple investigation that will give you evidence that plants can or cannot survive without water. All right? Okay, let's get started. One type of investigation is called observation. You simply go out, look around, and see what evidence you can find to support your hypothesis. Some plants need so much water that they actually have to live under the water, all the way under the water, completely under the water, while some plants have their roots and stems in the water and just the leaves stick up. Based on my observation, I would say plants do need water. It seems to me that people wouldn't water their yards unless the grass really, really needed the extra water in order to live. So that's further evidence for my hypothesis. But wait, what about a cactus? I'm not sure if it needs water to live. So maybe some plants like cactus don't need water, but most plants do. When observation can't give us a complete answer, scientists experiment. So that's what we'll do next. We'll create an experiment. I just went outside to a wooded area and I collected these little weeds that were growing in the ground. I pulled them up. I don't know whether I damaged them badly, but I'm going to try to grow them. I'm going to plant them and grow them. And we're going to try an experiment. You can do this at home too. I bet you have weeds around your house or somewhere nearby that you can pull up, little weeds like this. I'll show you how small they are. They're only about this big. And so you have to get the roots. You have to try to get as many of the roots as you can. And what we're going to try to do is grow them in little dishes or pots and try to let them grow again. And then we're going to do an experiment. The experiment is, do plants need water to survive? I found this egg carton. And so it's got little cups in the bottom. And I'm going to use these little cups as my planters for my weed experiment. So here I go. I put a little dirt in the bottom of each of the cups that I'm going to use. It's really important to soak the roots of these weeds in water, all of them in water, for at least one day before we start this experiment. That gives them a better chance of surviving. So since I have 8 little weeds, I decided to plant them all in my experiment. So I have just put dirt in there. I'll show you some of the dirt, just regular old dirt. This is good black dirt. But anyway, you can use dirt and then I'm just going to plant them. So here's what I figured out. I need to take the dirt out, put the plant and the roots down inside the little cup, and then scoop the dirt back in so that it covers the roots. That's the way I should do it. And then gently stand it back up again. But then I can just poke the dirt around to make it stand up straight. So that's the way I'm going to do them all. I'm going to remove the dirt from each cup. Remove the dirt from each cup. Put the plant in. So I'm telling you this so that you won't make my mistake. So I'm going to put this little guy in here. I'll put him in first, and then I'll push the dirt back inside. Push the dirt back inside and cover the roots up. So, okay, I'm going to do all of them like this. So I've got all the plants planted, all the dirt I had to use. You can use potting soil too, but each of the plants is in a separate little space, and you can clean it up and make sure that it, that the soil from one is not touching the soil from the other, or you don't have to. Now, not all these plants aren't all the same size. They're all pretty small, but they're not the same size. Okay, so what we do is, for our experiment, we have to change one variable. We're going to make something different. Everything is the same so far, except for the size. We're going to give one set of these, one row. Let's give this row in back, these guys, all the ones, the 4 that are in the back row. Let's give them water every day. You could use a bottle cap to put water in so that you know that in fact, that's a great idea. That's about the right amount of water anyway. You fill a bottle cap up, and every day you give each of the back plants one cap full of water, and you don't ever give the front row any water. That's the one thing that will change, and that makes this an experiment. So in an experiment, you have one thing that changes for some of the plants, and everything else is the same except for that one thing. So we're going to put them out in the sunshine, and hopefully we'll keep them out of the rain, because if it rained, then we wouldn't know how much water each plant had gotten. So you want them in the sunshine, maybe in a window would be a good place, some place where you know that rain's not going to get to it, but the plants need sunshine, I think. We want that to be the same for all the plants, okay? All right, let's try it. There's a roof over this part, up to where about right here there's a roof, so the plants can get sunlight, but if it rains, the rain will be out over in this direction, and it won't get on my plants. Okay, so there's my bottle cap that I'm going to use every day. So this starts our experiment. This is day 1. You need to keep records in a book of what you think you saw, the changes that you see every day. This could take a lot of days. The question is, do plants need water to survive? Remember, we gave this row right here water, and this row right here is never going to get water. And I put my bottle cap in the row where the plants are going to get water so that I can remember which row it was, okay? All right, we're going to check on it every day.